On today's snapshot, we look at Parliament, what is taking place there. You are aware of the Budget 2013 debate ongoing at the National Assembly. And of course, I want to focus on what has been said so far. But the budget, of course, you know, it's a $208.8 billion budget presented by the Minister of Finance, Dr. Ashley Singh, to Parliament on the 25th of March. And of course, the budget contains measures for every single Guyanese, and it's a it's a program for continued development and builds on previous year's budget. The presentation by Carl Greenidge, who's the opposition spokesperson on finance, yesterday was, of course, the usual kind of vindictive presentation, a presentation that highlights rancor, one that certainly is not in keeping with the tone of reconciliation and certainly seeking to cooperate with the government to build a Guyana that we all desire. Greenidge identified or highlighted the sugar workers as problematic to the society and of course the burden to the society, and described them as a problem only for the PPPC government, and that APNU had no interest in the sugar industry and in terms of taking care of the problems there. Hence, we have been hearing over time their criticisms about the government's subvention to the sugar industry, GuySuCo, which aims to protect the industry. Sugar is too big to lose, and the PPP Civic Administration has said that time and time again. Sugar is too big to be lost, in the sense that we cannot afford to have it collapsed. You imagine if the sugar industry was ever to have closed, that we're talking about 120,000 persons in actual estimation that will be so on the breadline, will be out of actual daily bread on a daily basis, because of the fact that the sugar industry takes care of about 20,000 families, and of course this is something that the PPP Civic Administration cannot afford at any point in time to collapse. The investments have been huge over the years, and if it is that the sugar industry has to be saved by injections of funds from the government because of the several issues, including issues of management and parts of the EU agreement that have affected the buoyancy of the sugar industry for many years since the PPP Civic Administration. But this is Carl Greenidge for you. Certainly an individual representing APNU, the opposition in general, as their spokesperson on economics and finance. Carl Greenidge, I must remind you, was the former Minister of Finance, who I think is brilliant as he tries to pretend and to project himself, because he collapsed the entire economy of a country. We were at our pits before 1992, when the debt rate and so many of our infrastructure had collapsed because of the mismanagement. He presided over the worst economic mismanagement and unaccountability in Guyana, and today has the temerity to actually suggest that he has solutions for Guyana. And I think that we all need to call a spade, that Carl Greenidge indeed has no credibility when it comes to economics and finance. That's this edition of Snapshot. I'll be dealing with more of the issues coming out of Parliament in the Budget Debate 2013 as we go along during the next few days.